2, 3. Hello, Mr. Valerij. Good morning.
Good morning, Robert. Hi, nice to see you.
Well, nice to see you too. Right, here's a quick, brief piece of what we call in the DigiVET project bite-sized media. So we only want this to be 4 to 5 minutes. Now, because it's a verbal question and answer video for the benefit of all our country coaches and trainers, we can't do our normal show, don't tell. So we have to do a bit of talk today, talk rather than tell. And this morning we're having a quick conversation and question answer about translation, about adding subtitles to videos. Now we have posted some material in the EU learning platform, and we will put the links in the email, and the links will be clear to the PDF document, which shows a step-by-step approach to very easy translation in YouTube, and we will post those. They'll be very accessible. But this is just a few quick question and answers between the two of us for DigiVET colleagues. Mr. Valerij, what advice would you offer colleagues, first of all, when they first start to think about translating their videos that they make?
Well, I would suggest to use YouTube, as you already mentioned, because YouTube is an excellent tool. It offers automatic transcribing, so it's possible to get closed caption or transcripts automatically in videos which are done in some, let's say, most common languages. So in English, in German, in Spanish, and others. It's not possible in Slovene language, for example, or Romanian language, but mostly all our videos are in English. So I suggest YouTube, and I suggest that you also store your videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
And what offers more? YouTube, it offers also automatic translation. So if you create transcript in English, then it's also possible to translate those transcripts into other languages, whatever language, and this way you can create very nicely produced, very easily produced subtitles.
Subtitles in there, yes. If our colleagues would like to check some of the videos that we've got in the EU in the e-learning platform, in the EU learning project platform, when we've got the videos in there from YouTube, you can see a little cog type wheel. There's a little cog type wheel, isn't there? If you click on that where it says the subtitles, they'll be able to choose, in majority of the videos we've got there, they can choose the subtitles in their own languages. So if they have a look at this and try this by clicking on the little cog, and if they follow the instructions in the step-by-step PDF document, which is available there, and the material that I've emailed to all the country leads, if they play with this little cog wheel and choose different languages, they can see how it's used, and then that might give them some ideas of when they produce their own videos, how potential translation through subtitles could work in the future. Do you think that would be a good tip?
Yeah, that's a very good tip. So with this wheel, you can check the subtitles. So the automatically produced subtitles may have some let's say some errors, grammatical errors, or maybe sometimes YouTube does not understand very well English language, so some corrections are needed. So I would suggest to check first the subtitles, all the subtitles, and then to make some corrections in the languages that are needed to be corrected.
Yes, and as a relatively competent English speaker, I would be happy to offer my services to check these. If any of our colleagues watching this would like me to check their translations, or if they've got it in YouTube, and they can send me the link. I should be able to check and have a look at the English. And then at a later point, if people are interested and they want to add some of these transcript files, the SRT files, which I think is potentially another little piece of training which we can look at in the future. I'll be happy to do that, and I'll be happy to assist our colleagues there from the DigiVET as an English speaker, just to check the English if they need me to. When we're making these little pieces of these little instructional videos, sometimes we won't need any translation if we've used parts of images. And I think one of the guidance points that we could offer to colleagues is when they look at the material in the EU Learning project platform, we only really need translation if there's spoken word. There's a few videos in there which have just got instruction, and they obviously won't need any translation, but this can be added afterwards if they want to add a file in, which will then put the language in a subtitle. So it's only really when you've got the spoken word that you need translation. But the videos can be made instructionally, so you're not always relying on the spoken word. Would you agree, Mr. Valerij, about that?
Yes, I would agree. So I checked the videos that have already been created, and I think that only spoken word should be translated, because spoken word is strictly linked also to texts and expressions that are showed in the video. So it's enough to have only translations only of spoken words.
That's right. And in this video today that we're making, I will have put in subtitles in German, Portuguese, Turkish, Slovenian, and Romanian. So if people watching this want to click just down below, down here, underneath the video on the bottom bar in this YouTube viewer, they will see the little cogwheel. So if they click on the little cogwheel, it's sometimes got a HD icon with it. As they click this cogwheel and they choose subtitles, they will see their own language available in subtitles you can have a look at as a piece of guidance in this video that we've made today. Right, have you got any other quick piece of guidance and advice that we can offer to our colleagues there before we wrap up this very short piece of bite-size question and answer media?
Maybe just a few words about assertive files. So the translations, or let's say the subtitles, can be exported in assertive files, and these files can be edited. So can be edited with simple editors like Notepad in Windows environment, and for example text edit in a Mac environment. And then these SRT files may be uploaded back to YouTube video and, let's say, changed, better corrected, let's say, subtitles will automatically appear on video.
And if our colleagues require this, as mentioned, we can make a little piece of screencast media that we can show you how to do this if this is required as we go forward on the project. We can launch this in the future, I think. Right. I think that's hopefully going to be useful to our DigiVET colleagues and partners all across Europe. And thank you very much for your time today, Mr. Valerij. That's been great.
Robert, thank you. It was very nice to cooperate with you in producing these videos and instructions for our partners. Thank you.
Thank you. And once again, to everybody watching this, have a look at the EU Learning Project platform, where you'll find this video and some PDF documents and the other information about translation. Okay, thank you very much for joining today, and we'll see you soon.